Government decisions are always balanced on a scale of several other factors. If government is supposed to or is going to work with entirely what market conditions are, we will not have free education, we will not have free healthcare, we will not have any subsidies, even electricity and others, governments subsidize. And the reason is because government decisions are ultimately supposed to ensure convenience for the citizens. And that's what the cocoa farmers are asking for. First of all, let's put it on record. The current situation is not entirely as a result of the market, international market price. The current situation has a lot more to do with government's own indecision in the trade. Because there are few misrepresentations that the Cocoa Board CEO has attempted to do. Let me ask you guys something, all of you here. Assuming Cocoa Board had sold all the cocoa beans, okay, when the price peaked at 11,000, sometimes 13,000, would Cocoa Board debt be the reason why prices will go down? Let's assume Cocoa Board had debt in 2017 when the previous government took office. In fact, if you recall, the Cocoa Board CEO then had been in court until his own government came and filed for a nolle prosequa and left him. Let me remind all of you that there's something that this government is doing that we are trying very hard not to push the conversation towards MPP and NDC. It hasn't gotten there yet. Now it is NDC government versus the farmers. It is the NDC government versus the farmers. And that's why we are trying very hard to resist that temptation. Otherwise, this NDC government, who is talking about debt, is largely responsible for the Cocoa Board debt. Why? Because you remember this government took a syndicated loan of 1.8 billion in 2016. And by the time they were leaving office, by 30th December, the entire $1.8 billion had been squandered by them without supplying the cocoa. In fact, $400 million was spent between December 7th and 30th December. When the previous government, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, inherited this, did you hear them complaining and saying that because of that they will reduce prices? Do you remember that somewhere 2017, 2018, the international price for cocoa dropped? At the time when Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the MPP were supposed to use the same excuse to reduce the cocoa price from 475 downwards. They didn't do it. They maintained it. How do you think they managed to do it? Now, the debt that the NDC government left with the $1.8 billion syndicated loan that they squandered in 2016 without supplying the cocoa beans, how was the government able to deal with that one? The government then had to borrow. The MPP government had to borrow to be able to make up for that $1.8 billion syndicated loan that they took and squandered.